All right, let's clap it up. All right, Shalom, Israel. We are the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, since 1969, under the Commander General Yohana. And we are here to edify the so-called Black and Latino and Native American man, woman, and child, to bring them back to their heritage and give them their identity, because we are the chosen people of the Most High, the lost tribes of Israel. That's who we are. And it's time for us to wake up out of our deep sleep, Israel, and come back to these laws, statutes, and commandments, and the knowledge of self. And that is, we are the chosen people. Don't let nobody else tell you anything else, you know what I'm saying? But especially the Christian church and the Catholic church, you know, they say they would tell you, you know, they want to tell you that you spics and niggers and savages. That's what they want to tell you. You know what I'm saying? Because they think of you as nothing. But we are God's chosen people, a special people, a holy people. You know what I'm saying? And the Most High wants us to separate from this abominable place called United States, America. You know what I'm saying? This world, you know, straight corrupt. You know, and that's what we're gonna get into tonight, about, you know, just man's ways, you know, because man is vain, right? You know what I'm saying? The only way we can be upright is through the Most High, and that's the only way, and no other way. You know, we got to stop doing our own ways, you know, thinking of our own things, our own imaginations, or what have you, coming up with our own, well, technically, you know, the oppressor, you know, the ones that put us into captivity, the so-called Black, Latino, and Native American, you know what I'm saying, put us into captivity. They're the ones that gave us this thing called religion. You know, religion is man-made. I mean, you can look that up for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Well, we are God's chosen people, you know, and this is a heritage. This is what we are born into. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, we're going to get into it tonight with man, just, you know, go over a few scriptures talking about man and his ways, you know, that we are, you know, just foolish. You know, when we, you know, it says, let the Father be true, you know, let God be true and every man a liar, right? You know what I'm saying? That's what it says in the text, you know, but we tend to philosophize, you know, and try to, you know, be deep or what have you. You know what I'm saying? Charismatic, you know, so people can follow us. You know what I'm saying? We're supposed to follow Christ. You know what Christ say, you know what I'm saying? The laws are not done away with. You know, that's what he says, right? You know what I'm saying? But you can see, you know, this place is steady going down. You know, this place called America, this world, you know what I'm saying? We are in the brink of World War III, you know what I'm saying? And it's only going to get worse, you know? If it doesn't, you know, I mean, it's going to happen. You know, it's going to happen, you know, and it's, you know, it can stop. It can stop today, it can stop tomorrow, but World War III is going to happen with nuclear warfare, and there's nothing we can do about it. You know what I'm saying? But the only thing you can do about it really is coming to the ICPK and worship the Most High. You know what I'm saying? And follow these laws, statutes, and commandments. You know, worship Christ. You know what I'm saying? That's what you should do. You know, and come into the, you know, into this book right here, these scriptures right here, the sword. You know, this double-edged sword. You know what I'm saying? You know, and just come in and do the work. You know, especially you men. You know, you women too. You know what I'm saying? You could come in and do the you know, the food and clothing drive and what have you. You know what I'm saying? But the men, you know, we go out there to the highways and byways and cry out loud and spare it not. And talking about this abominable place that we live in called America. You know what I'm saying? And all this defiled ways of life. You know, that it pushes, especially towards our young kids, you know what I'm saying, towards young, because that's when they get us, because we are, you know, when you're young, you at a impressionable age, you know, and that's how they deceive us, you know. But let's go ahead and get in these scriptures. Let's see. We're gonna start in Isaiah 29:13. Isaiah 29:13. This is prophet Isaiah right here. This is what he said about man. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 29, verse 13. Wherefore the Lord said, for as much as his people draw near me with their mouth and with their lips do honor me, but have removed their heart far from me, and their fear toward me is taught by the precepts of man. And what's man's precepts? You know what I'm saying? Men say, the laws, the ordinances, you know what I'm saying, are done away with. That's what man says. How do I know? And then, others know if you were brought up in this Christian church. I don't know about the Catholic Church if they were talking about, these laws are done away with, but I was taught that these laws are done away with. No explanation, no expounding or anything like that. The laws are done away with. You know what I'm saying? Like, that does not make sense. If the laws are done away with, I could go ahead and just go unalive somebody, right? I could go sleep with somebody else's rib, right? You know what I'm saying? I could eat anything I want, right? When I know there's a dietary law, we know the basics. You know what I'm saying? We came across Leviticus 11. When we weren't in the truth, when we didn't have understanding, when we just read this Bible, because that's what we did. We read the Bible, and there's some certain stuff that will capture you, and some you would just, you just reading through it. You know what I'm saying? And it don't really capture you. But I remember it, at 19, it captured me with the pork. You know what I'm saying? Like, reading Leviticus. I was like, oh, man, I'm not going to eat pork anymore. You know what I'm saying? So what happens, we come across stuff, unless your comprehension skills are up there. You know what I'm saying? And there were some people that, they actually knew who they were because of these scriptures. You know what I'm saying? Because their comprehension skills are up there. You know what I'm saying? And some comprehension skills up there, they know who they are, but they just choose to, say, hey, I'm just going to be a pastor and I'm just going to deceive many, like these pastors do, and they join this secret society, go to the secret seminary school, whatever, what have you. You know what I'm saying? Go and learn how to deceive people, because that's what Esau does, the white man, who the devil, the Bible calls the deceiver. You know what I'm saying? Who is the devil that the Bible, you know what I'm saying, calls the deceiver, right? But he's the one that brought us over here in captivity and pretty much, gave us religion, because what were we before this? You don't know. You know what I'm saying? You don't know who you are, Puerto Rican, Mexican, you know what I'm saying, Negro, Afro-American, all that stuff, man. Dominican, you know what I'm saying, Jamaican. You don't know what you were before the white man conquered you. You know what I'm saying? You don't know anything about yourself. But that's what, and men, like I said, you have laws and ordinances. That's what precepts are, right? But the man made their own laws, when it comes to these scriptures. I'm not talking about, man-made laws like, don't run a stop sign or something like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about these scriptures right here, to make you righteous, upright, not unalive your brother, not unalive your sister, things like that, because that's what we tend to do in this place called America, because we are destroyed because of oppression, but because we don't follow the Most High's laws, that's why we are out of order. Israel, Black, Latino, Native American, we are straight out of order. We don't know how to live upright. We want to be the tail, not the head. When the Most High said we will be the head, we could be the head. You know what I'm saying? We are a chosen people above all people. That's what it says in Deuteronomy 7:6. But we've been told that we were nothing by people that came out of the caves, man. You know what I'm saying? They did a reverse psychology on us like something else, you know, and we fell for it and still falling for it. Even though we got the prophets of the Lords out here nowadays, and today, you know, spitting this truth, man, on every corner and every major city. You know what I'm saying? And yet we still want to live foul. We still want to live wicked. We still want to be like the white man, because that's all he is. You know what I'm saying? Every other nation know that too. You know, they all call him a devil in their own language. You know what I'm saying? But you know, what, you know, and this is Isaiah, right? You know what I'm saying? The Most High put the Spirit, you know, the Holy Spirit in the prophets of the Lord, of prophets of the men of these lands, you know what I'm saying, of the world on this earth, right? Along with Christ. And Christ was the ultimate sacrifice for our sins, right? You know what I'm saying? So, you know, we went, because before that, you know, we sinned, we be gone just like that. You know what I'm saying? We be gone just like that. And that's what Christ died for. He died so we have a grace period. You know what I'm saying? We have a chance to get right, a time to get right. You know what I'm saying? With the Most High. You know, that's what he died for, man. He didn't die so we can sin. You know, you got the Christians out there, man. They say, you know, it's impossible to be perfect. But Christ says, be thou ye perfect. So if he says, be thou ye perfect, therefore you can be perfect. How do you be perfect? You follow these laws, statutes, commandments. Don't sin. Just don't sin. You know what I'm saying? What is it that you know, Christians say, you know, oh man, everybody sin. And you know, what you out there sleeping with somebody's woman? You know what I'm saying? Like, really, you know, what are you doing? Are you unaliving people? You know, I'm talking about these Christians. You know, what are you doing? Why is it that you feel you cannot, you know what I'm saying, follow these laws, statutes, and commandments, and you can't refrain yourself from sinning? You know, it's easy. You know what I'm saying? You, like I said, you got a dietary law. You know, you got, you know, you just, you know, don't covet. You know what I'm saying? Don't want to, don't want to, lust for other people's stuff or what have you. You know, I mean, what is it that you can't stop? You know, I just don't get it. You got to break that shit down to me. You got to, make shit understand. You know, I mean, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a trip, man. But like I said, Isaiah, you know what I'm saying, he said that. You know what I'm saying? He said, wherefore the Lord said, for as much as this people draw near me with their mouth and with their lips do honor me. You know what I'm saying? And that's what they do in the Christian church. I was brought up in the Christian church. That's all they do. They scream and yell, and do honor me, but have removed their heart far from me. And their fear toward me is taught by the precepts of men. They move their heart far from you. What's your heart? Your heart and your mind. You know what I'm saying? Your heart, you ain't even trying to think about these laws, statutes, and commandments. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to, it says the person that turns away from hearing the law, even his prayer shall be an abomination. Proverbs 28:9. And that's the thing, man. They want room. They want that wiggle room. They want to be able to, one day I probably want to be able to sleep with that man's wife right there, because I'm lusting at her in the church. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's what it is, man. I don't know what it is, man, with these Christians, man. These Catholicism, well, the Catholic Church is something else. You know what I'm saying? That's something else. But you know, yeah, well, it's the same thing, but it's something else. I mean, they both diabolical. You know what I'm saying? But let's see what Christ got to say about that, man, because he reiterates what Isaiah said in 20 right here. You know what I'm saying? Let's go to Matthew 15. Let's go to Matthew 15. Let's go to Matthew 15 and 7. Starting at this the book of Matthew, chapter 15, verse 7. Ye hypocrites, well did Isaiah prophesy of you, saying, Isaiah is Isaiah. Verse 8. This people draweth nigh unto me with their mouth, and honoreth me with their lips, but their heart is far from me. You know, Christ is saying the same thing. He's reading the same book. You know what I'm saying? And then you got the Christian church, you know, they try to put emphasis on, oh, that's the Old Testament. Well, here it is. Christ is reading it. Christ is reading the Old Testament. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing. You know, they try to, you know, what do you call it? Do the trickery with your mind and stuff like that. They make it seem like, oh, that's old. You know what I'm saying? That's old. You don't listen to that. That's back in the day. That's that time. You know what I'm saying? Nah, man. The Most High is the same today, tomorrow, and in the past, what have you. You know what I'm saying? I'm paraphrasing. You know, it's in there somewhere. You know. All right, let's get it, because you know I'm over here just speaking it. Let's go to Hebrews 2 and 8. You know what I'm saying? Because what Yahushua says, you know what I'm saying? He's repeating what Christ says. I mean, what the Most High says. You know what I'm saying? Just somewhere in here. Let me get it real quick. No, it's in Hebrews. Bear with me, Israel. I know it's in here somewhere. Let's see. I think it's Hebrews 28. Oh, maybe not 28. Is it 28? No. Oh, bear with me. Maybe it's 13. 13. Yeah, here it is. Hebrews 13 and 8. Jesus Christ, the same yesterday and today and forever. That's what it says. So, you know, if Yahushua is saying this is Jesus Christ, you know what I'm saying? The Most High saying this. Because Yahushua says the same thing what the Most High says. You know what I'm saying? He came and he came to bring the Most High's word down. You know, he is not the Most High, you know, as all these Christians out here says, you know what I'm saying, with the trilogy, whatever they call that shit, you know. But yeah, so back to 15. Matthew 15 and 8. Let's read it again. This people draweth nigh unto me with their mouth, and honoreth me with their lips, but their heart is far from me. Like I said, that heart, that's that mind as well. You know what I'm saying? The heart and mind is the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Verse 9. But in vain they do worship me, teaching for doctrines the commandments of men. What are the doctrines that men teach? You know what I'm saying? The laws are done away with. That's what they teach. That's what they teach. The laws are done away with. Do they not? You know I'm not the only one that came across that, man, in the Christian church. They teach that the laws are done away with. This is what they teach, you know. And it says, but in vain they do worship me, teaching for doctrines the commandments of men. So even for just by hearing that right there, you should just listen to what Christ says in his book right here. If you don't want to come into the ISUBK, you know what I'm saying? If you think we you know, what do they say about us? You know what I'm saying? We're a hate group. That's what they say. We're a hate group or what have you. Look, just read what Christ says, man. Just read everything Christ. Try to do that. I challenge you to do it. You know what I'm saying? You know why you can't do it? Because you're wicked. That's why. You're wicked. That's why you can't do it. Because you're wicked. Because you are of the father of your father, the devil, and that's the white man. Just like Christ said. That's like Christ said to the Pharisees and the Sadducees. You the same way, man. All you Christians out there, you know. I ain't even gonna talk to you, you know, especially the atheists that are Black, Latino, and Native Americans claim they're atheists and stuff. You just unalive man walking. That's all you are. That's all you are, man. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna see your father, man. You're gonna whoop that tail, you know. Let's go to Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha. Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha. Who the Christian church says it's not a reputable source, you know. And you know why? Because they don't have an upright spirit. They don't have the spirit at all. You know what I'm saying? They don't have the Holy Spirit. You know, that's why they can't get these words right here. They can't understand these words right here. This is Ecclesiasticus 15, starting at 11, verse 11. Say not thou, it is through the Lord that I fell away. He's saying, don't say, you know, and that's what we tend to do. I'm gonna say we because I've been there. I've been there, you know what I'm saying? If everything wasn't going your way, you know, you was going through hard times and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? We tend to blame the Lord. That's what we do. Why is this happening to us? Why is this happening to me? That's what we do. Hey, y'all know what I'm talking about, man. We all been there. Why God? You know, some people came to the point to where they said, "Oh, I don't even believe in God anymore." You know what I'm saying? Just it's all God. But look at what he says right here. You know what I'm saying? For thou oughtest not to do the things that he hated. He said, don't do the things that he hate. You do the things that he hate, he gonna chastise you. You on your own. He ain't gonna be with you. He ain't gonna look over you. Now you understand why you're going through things that you're going through. But that shit still went over your head. You know why? Because you want to continue to be wicked. And you got that evil spirit on you that don't want to let you loose. You don't even want to try to fight. You know what I'm saying? Let's read it from the top. Say not thou, say not you. It is through the Lord that I fell away. For thou oughtest not to do the things that he hated. That's what he said. Don't do the things that he hate. You won't think you fell away. You know what I'm saying? You try to blame it on the Most High. You know? You know, all you got to do is obey his laws, right? You know, that's why, you know, that's all you got to do. Verse 12. Verse 12. Say not thou, say not you. He hath caused me to err, for he hath no need of the sinful man. You know what I'm saying? Don't say that he calls you to err, because he don't need a sinful man. He don't need a sinful woman. You know what I'm saying? What are you gonna do? He told you not to sin. You know what I'm saying? So he wouldn't make you err. You know, he don't need you. He don't need no sinful. But the Christian church, the Christian person, the Christian man, they say we sinners. You know, we born sinners. Yeah, I sin. They say it proudly too. I'm the guy, I can't, we ain't perfect. We sin. Man, you evil, nigga. You know what I'm saying? You evil. That's all it is, man. Talk about we sin, like crazy, man. Like, read these scriptures again. Read them without your pastor being an influence. For real. Read them again. And if you don't want to do it, if you don't want to do that, what I just said, read them again by yourself. You know what I'm saying? So you can come to your own understanding with these scriptures. And it's not even your own understanding, but the Most High's understanding, Christ's understanding, these prophets' understanding. You know what I'm saying? If you don't want to do that, it's because you wicked. That's all. Shit, just say, nigga, I'm wicked, nigga. That's what I say, nigga. I'm wicked. You got an evil spirit on you, but see, Christians don't like to hear that. They do not like to hear that. Just, hey, what it say? Don't be either be cold or hot. Don't be lukewarm. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's on y'all, man. Verse 13. The Lord hated all abomination, and they that fear God love it not. You know what I'm saying? I don't like abomination. You know what I'm saying? I fear the Most High. You know what I'm saying? I don't eat shrimp, crab, and lobster, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I want to fill my belly. I like how, because I was all that. I love that stuff, man. I used to love it. Once I came into this truth, once I knew we weren't supposed to eat it, man, forget that shit. Forget it. Just because I want to, and eat some chicken, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Eat some lamb. Eat some goat curry, nigga. You know what I'm saying? That shit too wild. Good. Straight up. You know what I'm saying? You want to eat that swine. You want to put them maggots in them worms in your belly. You know what I'm saying? You want to eat them shrimps, man, them roaches of the sea. That's what you want to eat. You know what I'm saying? Like, pretty soon you ain't gonna be able to drink no water, nigga, because it's water's polluted now. You know, took all of the crustaceans out of the water. Everything that was supposed to clean the water. You know what I'm saying? Crazy. But let's read that again. The Lord hath hated abomination, and they that fear God love it not. You know what I'm saying? He hates abomination. And as a matter of fact, what is it? Let's go to Isaiah. Yeah. We're gonna talk about the Christian church, man. Isaiah 65. Isaiah, that's what it is. Isaiah 65. You know what I'm saying? It tells you about abominable things in Isaiah 65. Isaiah 65. You're going to hold that. Go to Isaiah 65. Because the Most High hated abominable things. But like I said, the Christian church, they teach you different. You know what I'm saying? They love to eat abominable things. You know, they love to eat what you call that? Clam chowder. Damn. Gumbo. Yeah, there you go. Gumbo. Stuff like that with all that crab and shrimp and all that stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? Watch what it says right here. This is Isaiah 65 and started at verse 3. A people that provoketh me to anger continually to my face. This is what the Lord says. That sacrifices in gardens and burneth incense upon altars of brick. Verse 4, which remain among the graves and lodge in the monuments, which eat swine's flesh. Now you know he upset. He said, which eat swine's flesh. But they go over there to Peter chapter 10 and say, oh no, he made all the things clean, unclean animals clean. They'll twist that shit. You know what I'm saying? But he upset right here. You know what I'm saying? Eat swine's flesh and broth of abominable things in their vessels. That's what he says, man. Which say, stand by thyself. This is the pastor too, right here. Which say, stand by thyself, come not near to me, for I am holier than thou. These are smoke in my nose, a fire that burneth all the day. That's what the Most High said about them, man. That's what the Most High said. A pastor would quick eat some gumbo, quick eat that pork. You know what I'm saying? Quick, real quick. Say, oh no, go to Peter's 10. You know what I'm saying? He clean all that. He clean all that. Not knowing that, well, they know. Surely they know, man. Making all that money, you can't be that. I mean, you can't be that stupid, man. They have to have some type of comprehensive skills, man. It was talking about man. You know what I'm saying? It was talking about man. It wasn't talking about no unclean beasts. Straight up, man. Yeah, I mean, you know, it is what it is, man. These people want to be sinful. You know what I'm saying? They want to be abominable. You know, they want to be like the white man. You know, they want to be like a caveman. You know what I'm saying? Crazy, a vile beast. That's what they want to be like. You know what we at though? Let's go to what was that? 15? Or no, we didn't finish it. Sluggy. Let's go back to Ecclesiasticus 15 and 13. Let's start back at 13. The Lord hateth about all abomination, and they that fear God love it not. You know what I'm saying? Men in the ISUPK, we fear the Most High. We fear God. That's why we don't eat shrimp, crab, and lobster, pork. You know what I'm saying? We don't sleep with other men's women. You know what I'm saying? We don't do fornication. You know, doing all unlawful sexual things out there like this crazy world does, man. You know what I'm saying? Shit, I should have wrote down a list of things. You know, shit, it probably would have cut me off this YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Like crazy shit out there, man. You know. But see, we got a Christian out there. If he tuned in and shit, and he heard me say shit. And oh shit. You know, so he'll say shit, but I'm an abominable creature. I'm a sinner. You know what I'm saying? All this crazy stuff out here, man. Even with our kids out here, man. You know what I'm saying? Wicked ass people out here, man. Straight up, man. We sticking by this book right here. We doing everything that it says in this book. We going out to the corner, highways and the byways, crying out loud, sparing not, man, and raising up our people from the dead. You know what I'm saying? The valley of dry bones. Because that is us. Put sinews back on them. You know what I'm saying? That flesh back on them. You know what I'm saying? Strengthen their spirit, man, when they come into this truth, man. You got every walk of life up in this truth, man. What you got up in that Christian church, man? Homosexuals, sloggy, you know what I'm saying, for this YouTube and shit, which are hypocrites anyways. You know, let me go ahead and tune in to watching the Twin Towers fall down and shit and people running. Yeah. Oh yeah, they still got family members out there too. Yeah, but yeah, let's go. Verse 14. He himself made man from the beginning and left him in the hand of his counsel. He made man from the beginning and left him in the hands of his counsel. Who are the counsel? The prophets before and the prophets now. Because we saying the same thing that the prophets before us said. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. Christ said, think not that I come to destroy the law or the prophets. I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill. For verily I say unto you, not one jot or one tittle in no wise shall pass from the law till all be fulfilled. That's what it says. That's what it says, Christians, Catholics, you know what I'm saying, and all you other wicked religious people out there. Religious people. All religious people don't follow the laws. Let's get that straight. Let's have some understanding on that, man. You know what I'm saying? But the council, his council, are the prophets, man. Prophets do what? They speak this law, statutes, and commandments, man. That's what they do. That's all they do. Law, statutes, and commandments, and speak about Israel, man. Israel shall be redeemed. No one else. You know what I'm saying? Let's go ahead and go to Colossians 2 and 8. Because that's another thing that man does, man. They philosophize. They love to philosophize. Philosophy. What does that mean, man? You know what I'm saying? Oh, think deep thinking. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's philosophize here. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen to what Paul says right here. Because Paul, he wrote Colossians, right? You know what I'm saying? This is the book of Colossians, verse 2 and 8. Because this is what the Christian church do. You pastors, they go up there, they philosophize all day. They, you know, speaking their own words, what have you. This is Colossians 2 and 8. Beware, lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit, after the tradition of men. After the traditions of men, after the rudiments of the world, and not after Christ. Come on, man. Self-explanatory right there. Because we can see it. We can see it with the world, with the way the world is today. With all this corruption, man, all this wickedness, man, with all this vile stuff out here, man. We can see it right here, man. We can see it. We can read it right here and see it all around us. But the ones that they don't want to hearken to these laws, statutes, and commandments, it's because they want to be a part of this. They want to be a part of this wickedness, man. You know what I'm saying? It's plain and simple. They want to be a part of this wickedness. You know, I mean, you know, like I said, philosophy, and man, like, you know, being deep, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you know, let's talk about you know, like, what was that new Phil Valentine, you know, there's all kinds of cats out there, man. You know, they be talking about why is the sky blue? Nigga, who cares, man? Who cares why trees grow like that, or whatever they be talking about. You know what I'm saying? Metaphysics, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, just dumb shit. What is that going to do for you? What is that going to do for your spirit? That's the thing that you're supposed to be strengthening, is your spirit, man. Be righteous, upright. What is that going to do for you, man? All that stupid stuff, man. Thinking deep, man. Oh, why is this that? You know, definitions of words or what have you. You know what I'm saying? Like, crazy, just crazy stuff, man. Just dumb. You know, you just want to be I don't know. Stupid. Shit, let's leave it at that. You know what I'm saying? You know, because like I said, you know, philosophy and vain deceit. That's what it says, right? You know what I'm saying? Philosophy and vain deceit, man. After the traditions of men. This was written in, this was translated in 1611, before all your, you know, all your metaphysics and all the men out there, man. Even what was the dude's name? You know, you got your philosophers out there, man. You know, they be philosophizing they asses off, and everybody want to, you know, especially, you know, it'd be like white dudes and shit. Niggas be like, oh, this white man, you know, bowing down to this nigga. Like, man, shut the up, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, this nigga read the Bible, nigga, before it was translated in 1611, probably. More than likely. You know what I'm saying? He read the Bible. That's where he got all his wisdom from, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, crazy ass shit, man. Like, just do what the Most High says to do, man. That's it. Stop being wicked. Just, you know, just with philosophy and vain deceit. You know, let's go to 2 Peter. Let's go to 2 Peter, man. 2 Peter, and because this is you know, instead of being you know, a philosopher, you know what I'm saying, thinking deep, you know what I'm saying, this is what the Most High did right here, man, with the true men of the Lord, man, with the prophets of the Lord, man. This is what he did right here, and this is what we got in us. You know what I'm saying? This is 2 Peter chapter 1, verse 21. For the prophecy came not in old time by the will of man. Why? Because man is vain. But holy men of God spake as they were moved by the Holy Spirit. You know what I'm saying? Most High put the Holy Spirit in man to write these words right here. You know what I'm saying? And then we got people, you know, Holy Spirit, they will not, they so evil because they don't want to, that spirit, that evil spirit that they got in them, they don't want to come to these laws, statutes, and commandments. They hold them back. You know what I'm saying? They hold them back. That spirit will hold them back and everything like that. But you know what they will believe in? Oh, they won't hear the Holy Spirit. Oh, what? God. They'll believe in horoscopes, zodiac sign, and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Tarot cards. You know what I'm saying? They believe in that stuff. They believe in that. We got all old people believing. Hey, wake up every morning. We go to the newspaper, man, and read their horoscope. Oh, he like that because they got the same birthday. Oh, that's why they shut the up, nigga. Silly ass dames and niggas. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, because you know, I mean, it's both females and niggas and shit. You know what I'm saying? Female and men, you know. But y'all just silly. Y'all say I'm calling niggas dames too, man, that be doing that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like crazy, man. You know, but yeah, you know, this is how, you know, the Most High dealt with us, man. Put the Holy Spirit in us, man, to speak like this. You know what I'm saying? You know, to edify you, you deep thinkers. You know, you spooky people. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, zodiac, you know, just horoscopes and shit like that, man. Come on, man. Come on now. Why you can't just come to the law, statutes, and commandments, man, and just be upright, man? Oh, because you wicked. You want to live wicked. You want to smoke weed, man. You want to snort your stuff, man. You want to whatever kind of other drugs y'all doing out there, man. Whatever, popping pills and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? That's what y'all want to do. That's why you can't come to these laws, statutes, and commandments. But you know, hey, We trying to help y'all out. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to wake you up. Bottom line, we're trying to wake you up, man. You know, y'all want to stay asleep. Y'all want to stay comatose. You know what I'm saying? Like just stick with your horoscopes and your tarot cards and shit like that. You know, and that's not, man, niggas be going to palm readings and shit, you know what I'm saying? Issachar, you know what I'm saying? You so-called messages, they be doing that stuff, man. Be going to do that stuff, man. And all the Latin tribes out there, man. Going to get your palms read and shit like that, man. You know what I'm saying? Like crazy, man. You know, with all that let's talk about that voodoo stuff, man. You know, doing all that witchcraft, man. That's all it is witchcraft, man. Most High said, he said, don't do that type of stuff. Because that's all it is witchcraft, man. Focus on the Most High, man. You know what I'm saying? That's all you got to do is focus on the Most High, man. Do what he says, man. Follow his laws, statutes, and commandments. And that's it, man. Because everybody that's doing that, the reason why you want to get your horoscope or your palm read and stuff like that, man, is because you're not doing so well. Because, why else would you go? Am I going to be rich one day? Am I going to come out of this hell? Or whatever y'all do when y'all do that stupid shit. You know what I'm saying? Is Dionne Warwick still out there doing it? You know what I'm saying? Doing her little thing. You know? I mean, crazy, man. Y'all got to wake up out there, Israel. You know? Let's go to Psalms 14. Psalm 14. Like I said, man is just, I'm talking about man today. You know what I'm saying? And of course, the it's the woman as well. That's where you got one man. I'm talking about men and women. Because we don't want to do what the Most High says. We want to do what we say. You know what I'm saying? What man says. We want to follow man and not the Most High. They sit up there and say, man wrote that book. Yeah, okay. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no man wrote this book, man, like came up with these scriptures right here, man. This stuff is profound right here, man. This is Holy Spirit right here, man. You know what I'm saying? This is from the Most High. Man, it's too stupid to think like this. Why you think the world is like it is? You know what I'm saying? Straight corrupt. It's just dwindling away. Get worse and worse and worse by the day. Let's see, man. This 14. Let's go to Psalm. The book of Psalms. Psalm chapter 14, verse 2. The Lord looked down from heaven upon the children of men to see if there were any that did understand and seek God. You know what I'm saying? He looked down and see, he was looking down to see if anybody understood. How do you understand something? These scriptures. That's the only way. That's the only way you understand something, man. These scriptures right here, Verse 3. They are all gone aside. They are all together become filthy. There is none that doeth good. No, not one. That's man. If man doing his own thing, he is filthy, man. He is not upright if he's doing his own thing. I don't care how. Look at what's his name? TD Jakes, man. I don't care how soft he's speaking. How great of a motivational speaker he is. I'm just saying that because I don't even know if he's a great motivational speaker and shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying that because that's what they are. As far as to other people, you know what I'm saying? I don't know nothing about TD Jakes, but recently a power bottom or some shit. You know what I'm saying? But he talks so soft to be so big. You know what I'm saying? Like in that song, it's wolves in sheep clothing. You know, that's what they say, right? You know what I'm saying? So I'm assuming that's, that's what he is. Well, I ain't assuming. I know that's what he is. You know what I'm saying? I know that's what he is. But I don't know nothing about that man. As far as he just leading our people astray and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? He's not, because he's getting all kinds of money. You know what I'm saying? The Christ said, if they will hate me, they will surely hate you. You know what I'm saying? So, therefore, all these prosperity pastors and stuff like that, they got millions of followers, thousands of followers. You know what I'm saying? Like, and getting money to the point to where they're called prosperity preachers, right? Got big old freaking church, mega churches. They call them mega churches. But Christ said, if they hated me, they're going to hate you. So how are you getting all that love, TD Jakes, Crefto Dollar? You know what I'm saying? I don't know any other black, so-called black, you know what I'm saying, preachers. I don't even know, shit. Eddie Long, he died, right? You know what I'm saying? That nigga gone. You know what I'm saying? He got his due. You know what I'm saying? Got done up. You know what I'm saying? He got carried. They carried on their shoulders and stuff like that. Then he dwindled away. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. What's another one out there? You got Joel Osteen, but he ain't of the tribes. You know what I'm saying? I was just naming two of the tribes. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know no so-called Mexican or Latinos out there. You know what I'm saying? I haven't been watching, Christian pastors in years. I woke up a long time ago from the creatures, from the vile beasts. But like it says, they are all gone aside. They are all together filthy. There is none that do it good. No, not one. And that's talking about the men that are doing their own thing, man. You know what I'm saying? It says, like I said, it's earlier. I said, you know what I'm saying? Let God be true and every man a liar. If they're speaking their own words, putting on their own little show, you know what I'm saying, being charismatic and stuff like that or what have you, you know what I'm saying, and not talking it, not speaking, not reading this word from front to back, and they just speaking, doing their own thing. Nah, that's not where it is. You know what I'm saying? That's not where it is right there, man. They just all filthy, man. They're just all filthy, man. That's all they are. And not good at all. Straight abominable beasts, vile men. And they are of their father, the devil, which is the white man. Because the white man taught their ancestors, right? You know what I'm saying? When they brought us over here into slavery, and not right away at that. They let us read for like hundreds of years and shit. You all know how we, and then they boom. That's how they pulled the wood. That's how they did the trickery right there, man. The reverse psychology. You just think about it. The people they're not allowed to read for let's say 200 years or whatever. And then now, this white man say, hey, boy, come over here, read this. You know what I'm saying? Then he learned how to read. And then you come out, you know what I'm saying? If you standing in front of people that don't know how to read and you read the Bible, they're going to be like, oh, like, oh, shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Woo, man. I'm telling you. And that's all the Most High, though. You know what I'm saying? Because he said he was going to discontinue us from our heritage and do all that. He going to make us the tail and not the head. That was the Most High doing all that stuff, man. He used the white man to do it. You know what I'm saying? To whoop our tail, man, because we are stiff-necked people. You know what I'm saying? And steady on trying to be wicked. I just don't know. Let's go to Psalm. Proverbs 21. Let's go to Proverbs 21. Proverbs 21 and 12. Proverbs 21 and 12. And it reads, the righteous man wisely considereth the house of the wicked. Meaning, he observes the wicked, what I'm saying? He knows what's going on over there, He know what's going, what's going on, all the wickedness that they're doing there in that house. You know what I'm saying? So he's gonna stay away from that house, right? You know what I'm saying? But God overthroweth the wicked for their wickedness. You know what I'm saying? I mean, let's use a metaphor, like United States, right? You know how men be like, oh, this is my house. You know what I'm saying? This is the white man's house. United States is the white man's house. And what goes on in this place? All we've known, and I've been, saying I was born in the 70s. You know what I'm saying? And all I know since I was able to, think and comprehend things or whatever, all I've seen was wickedness. You know what I'm saying? When I first saw my first slavery, Roots and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? Slave movie, man, I was like, mouth dropped. Like, damn, that happens? You know what I'm saying? That happened? You know what I'm saying? Like, I was young. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. And ever since then, I've seen wickedness. I've just seen wicked, man. Heard about wicked even in the churches. That's all I've known is wicked in this place, man. Just straight wicked, seeing it. You know what I'm saying? And I know my parents, the same thing. Crazy. How can anybody, black, Latino, you know what I'm saying, agree with that slogan, make America great again? Nigga, when has America been great for you? Really? From day one, man, I had to look over my mother's shoulders out here in these streets, man. As a youngin'. Nigga learn about getting kidnapped and shit at a young age. Like, yeah, nigga, there's people out there that actually, you know what I'm saying, will decapitate a little kid, man, put him in the back of a trunk. I saw a movie based on a true story like that at the age of 10. This place is crazy. This is all we seen here. Who can tell me, oh, man, I've never seen no evil. I've never seen nothing, never heard nothing, never nothing in this place. You can't. Why? Because it's white man's territory, man. White man is wicked. This place is wicked. And what did the Most High say about it? What did he say he's gonna do to it? He said, but God overthroweth the wicked for their wickedness. He's gonna overthrow this place, man. That's what's gonna happen here. He's going to overthrow it. And y'all talking about make America great again, loving this place, you're gonna get overthrown right with this place. Because this place is straight wicked, man. Trying to whistle, up and down, like you don't see shit. Like you don't know this place is wicked. Crazy, man. You in denial and you scared. Trying to be like an ostrich, put your head in the sand and shit, man. In the dirt or something. I think that's the bird that does that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want to see nothing. I don't read the news because I don't want to see y'all read all the bad stuff, man. Better be aware, nigga, what's going on. Crazy. Yeah, well, like I said, man, this is the house of the wicked, man. If not, the Bible said the world is given into the hands of the wicked. Who run this bitch? It's Locky. The white man running. The white man is wicked. Say it ain't so. I don't care how, what white person you came across. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, he was so nice. Nigga, she was so nice, nigga. They people is effed up as a whole. Bottom line, nigga, they eat. You know what I'm saying? There's some of them eat motherfucker, you know, and it's been recorded. They eat humans, like without, you know, when there's flesh out there, freaking steak. Chose to eat them damn butt cheeks, man. Like crazy. These people are sick. And shit. Man, I don't care how, you know, come across, oh, how nice, you know, man. Little house on the prairie type shit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It ain't deceiving me, man. Bottom line, this place is wicked, man. Because it's ran by the wicked. You got to understand that. Bottom line. Got to understand that. They don't want to say the laws are done away with. How do you know that? Because they taught blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans that the laws are done away with. They taught them religion. Did they not? Oh, where'd you learn this religion from? Where'd you learn about this Bible from? Who? Who did you learn this Bible from, man? From the white man. That's where you learned it from. A wicked ass people, man. And they do opposite of what this Bible says. That's why this place is so wicked. You got a story here called Sodom and Gomorrah. Sodom and Gomorrah. Because of alternative lifestyle. People living an alternative lifestyle, right? Most High burnt the whole place up. He blew the mother up, right? We got modern day Sodom and Gomorrah right here, man. You know what I'm saying? Starting at the base of the home base is the hub is Frisco. You know what I'm saying? And then it trickles on down, man. Just nothing but alternative lifestyles all over the place. Like crazy, man. Anyways. You know, let's go to what was that, Proverbs? Let's go to Ecclesiasticus, back to Apocrypha 2. Yeah. Let's go to Ecclesiasticus 2. Ecclesiastes 2:15. This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 2, verse 15. They that fear the Lord will not disobey his word. You hear that, Christians? And they that love him will keep his ways. You know, bottom line, man. You know, and that's the whole duty of man. You know, like it says in Ecclesiastes, right? Let's go, hold on. Let's go to Ecclesiastes real quick. 12. And that's the whole duty of man. Ecclesiastes 12, I believe. 12 and 12. No, 12 and 13. Ecclesiastes 12 and 13. That's the whole duty of man. Yeah, Ecclesiastes 12 and 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God and keep his commandments. For this is the whole duty of man. But the white man says the commandments are done away with. The laws are done away with. That's what he says. I mean, you know. But be led astray, so-called Black, Latino, and Native. Y'all want to be led astray? Go ahead. Let the white man lead you astray, man. You know, or you can come into the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, or just tune in, man, and just follow along with these words, with these scriptures, and listen to the prophets of the Lord of today. You can either do that, or you could just remain wicked, you know, because that's what it really comes down to. You just want to be wicked, man. You know, you just want to be wicked. You know what these niggas don't know what they talking about. Look at how you look. Look at how you talk. This nigga say nigga, this nigga say shit. Paul says, though I be rude in speech, but not in knowledge. You need to be a rocket scientist to figure that one out. You know what I'm saying? Or you don't need to be a rocket scientist to figure that one out. I mean, it's so simple. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so simple. I'm confusing myself, I think. You know, like, goodness gracious, man. Like, stop being wicked. Just stop being wicked, man, because you are going to get punished for it. If you want to continue on being oppressed, based as a people, keep doing what you're doing, man. You know, and don't really listen to me. I don't want you to keep doing what you're doing because I love you. You know what I'm saying? You are my brothers and my sisters. I love you. I want you to come up out of this hellhole, man. Come back to the law, statutes, and commandments, man. You know what I'm saying? But I'm getting so, so caught up, man, in this wickedness, man. Like, just people just being wicked, man. I'm getting this. It's just disgusting. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I was wicked too. I used to be wicked. You know what I'm saying? But at least I was fighting. I was fighting even when I wasn't even in the truth. Didn't know shit. I was still fighting, man, because I had that spirit, man. Got to get that upright spirit. It's easy to be wicked. It's easy to do that shit, man. It is easy. But you're going to have to pay a price. You're going to have to pay a price, man. You know what I'm saying? And not by man, but by the Most High. You don't want to pay that price. He says, let me hold on. Let's go to Daniel real quick. What is saying Daniel, man? Daniel 12. 12. Let's say, I don't even want to paraphrase this. I can't even paraphrase right now. And this is Daniel, the book of Daniel, chapter 12, verse 2. And many of them that sleep in the dust of the earth shall awake. You know what I'm saying? These are people that are, in the dust of the earth, you know what I'm saying, sleeping. It says, shall awake. Some to everlasting life, and some to shame and everlasting contempt. I mean, come on, man. Who want to be woken up to live in shame and everlasting contempt? Because you're going to live again. That's what we do, man. We regenerate. We're going to live again. Just like the trees die and everything, grow back, flowers and stuff like that. We go back. We go back to the dust and we come back. And every time you're going to come back, you're going to come back to an everlasting contempt, man. Everlasting contempt. Can you imagine that shit? You're going to be at the bottom all the time, man, because you want to be wicked. And, oh, yeah, you Christians are right. No, we going to heaven. We going to be up there with grandpa, shit like that, man. And then when they resting in peace, they go, what? They were resting in peace or they in heaven? Which one? Man, wake up, y'all. Wake up. All right, let's go to what was that? What did we just read right there? Did we finish that? Yeah, Ecclesiastes 1:13. Yeah. Let's go to Ecclesiasticus chapter 6. Ecclesiasticus chapter 6. Let's see. Ecclesiastes chapter 6, verse 37, 36. Verse 36, and it reads, and if thou seest a man of understanding, get thee betimes unto him, and let thy foot wear the steps of his doors. That's the commanding General Yohana, General Mahayaman, Mayak, General Mayak, you know what I'm saying? General Isaiah, and all the way down. You know what I'm saying? Wear out their doorsteps, man. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what we did. Everybody that's underneath them, all the captains, you know what I'm saying? All the officers, all the troopers, wear out their doorstep, man. And we did that on this YouTube, on this computer right here. And we listened. It took me a minute to get up in here though. You know what I'm saying? But that's what we did. Kept listening. Wore out their doorstep, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what y'all got to do out there, Israel. Just listen. Keep listening, man. Just tune in. And then, come into this, if your spirit, strengthen your spirit. How you strengthen your spirit? Following these laws, statutes, and commandments. You know what I'm saying? Starting to live upright. Next thing you know, you'll be up in the school, man. Change your life. Change your ways, man. Not being out there in the streets, man. Being grimy and stuff. You feel me? Verse 37. Let thy mind be upon the ordinances of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? And meditate continually in his commandments. He shall establish thy heart and give thee wisdom at thine own desire. You do that, man. You ain't gonna be down and out anymore, man. He gonna establish your heart. You gonna have understanding. You gonna know why we at the plight that we are in. We are the base. You know what I'm saying? But then you gonna realize that we are righteous people. We are upright people. We are above everyone else, man. And that's why they are against us. They are confederate against us. You know what I'm saying? And they are constantly trying to tear us down, man, because we are a chosen people. And they know this. You know what I'm saying? Bottom line, the spirit bearers rule, man. And that's why they hate you so much. You ever read the comments of, what they have on the Bay Bridge? I think they have that motorcycle thing. You could tell. It's Judah, it's Car. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. You read the comments. Oh, they're not going to get a job. Why? Because they're on welfare. They're going to get welfare and EBT and stuff like that. Everything is a black and a Latino joke. You know what I'm saying? That's all their comments is about. That's all it's about us. It's crazy because they know all this, but they don't know why we are doing what we do, why we have to be on welfare. It's because they don't want to know. They don't care because they hate you. They've been hating us from beginning of time. They're not gonna sit there and be like, because white man, they put us in, captivity. They put them in captivity. You know what I'm saying? That's what they're oppressed people and stuff like that. They didn't, they can't, they failed us in schools. They failed them in schools and everything like that. That's why they do, they do things like this, and they don't know what else to do. They lost, they out there, whatever. They don't care about that, man. Why? Because they're heathens. That's where they come from. Their answers come from that. They're crabs in a barrel. So now the white man let them come over here and establish their little thing, you know what I'm saying? Now they're the head, you know what I'm saying? We're the tail. So now they get to point at us. And that's what they do. Make their little comments, man. I see it all the time. I'll read all the time, man. Oh, the usual suspects. They love saying the usual suspects. You know what I'm saying? But they don't say that about when Asians and stuff, they have massage parlors, you know what I'm saying? They get raided and stuff like that because they're doing human trafficking. Why? I never read the usual suspects. I never read that stuff. You know what I'm saying? I never see those comments. You know, it's all, white dude, do something hella crazy. White woman do something hella crazy and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Oh, he's a monster. They, what they say? Yeah, they were under the influence, and they suffer from this disease. This is what they say. Just read the comments. But when it comes to us, and that's just motorcycles. Just niggas doing motorcycles or whatever. You know what I'm saying? They had to go to welfare. They go to welfare. Oh, they're not going to get jobs. It goes to jobs. They stole all those ATVs. They stole the motorcycles. Everything is just criminal. Nigga, that's what we are. We're just criminals to them. Our skin is our sin. That's all we are to them. Because what they are heathens. You know what I'm saying? You ever watch a 70s Kung Fu movie? You know what I'm saying? Like 70s Kung Fu movie. I grew up on 70s Kung Fu movies, right? Why is it that when a little petite Asian woman, she's walking through the forest and shit like that, don't let five Asian dudes walking in the same path? You know what they're gonna do? They're going to defile her. This is common in Asian 70 Kung Fu movies. Common. Same dudes that go into their own villages and stuff like that, villages, and terrorize the place. You telling me those the people writing the scripts, they couldn't write something better than that? No, it was because they were writing what they saw. That's what went on in their villages. This is what goes on in their villages, man. Why you think they came over here to escape that shit? Because they're crabs in a barrel. Straight up, man. Yeah. Yeah, man. That's the thing. That's what I love about Hollywood, man, because they be telling on themselves, not even realizing it. You know what I'm saying? Esau always telling themselves in the movies. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Crazy. But let's go to let me finish that. Let's go to Psalm 118. Let's go to Psalm 118. Like I said, man is vain, man. Listen to the Most High, man. Listen to these words right here, man, from the Most High, man. And that's what we do in the ISUPK. We read these words, man. We read these scriptures right here, man. That's what we do. Psalm 118. Let's see. Psalm 118 and 8. It is better to trust in the Lord than to put confidence in man. And that's the thing, man. Hold on, let's read that again. This is Psalms 118 and verse 8. It is better to trust in the Lord than to put confidence in man. Now, it amazes me, man, that we still put confidence, the Black, Latino, Native American, right? Still have confidence in this Christianity, Catholicism, with all this wickedness, man. When it comes to Christians, you know what I'm saying? The Christian church, come to the Catholic Church. You got all these churches, man, all throughout the neighborhoods, the hoods, let's say. But yeah, you got people in poverty, man, struggling, living check to check. But yet these people are they doing well, man. They making money, flourishing in this place, man. Right? You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's crazy. They still put confidence in these churches, man. It just I don't know, man. It just amazes me. With and then ultimately, it's what you call that? The white man's religion. Because like I said before, you know what I'm saying? The white man created this. He gave this to us. Who were you before that? What did you worship before this? You don't know. And you have confidence in this man. Let's read it again, man. It says what? Psalm 118:8. It is better to trust in the Lord than to put confidence in man. These churches should be empty with so-called Black, Latino, and natives, man. Y'all should not be stepping into not one church ever again. They are not doing anything for you. Nothing. Playing with your emotions, man. You go in there thinking that man talking about, you know what I'm saying? They go in there, they learn this shit. They learn to go to that seminary school, whatever. They learn how to play with your emotions. You know what I'm saying? It's just like what you call that? You know, when people go to therapy, you know, whatever, you know what I'm saying? They like, you gonna fall into that. They learn how, you know what I'm saying? Because everybody gonna fall into a certain category. You know, if you've been molested or something like that, you know what I'm saying? If you've been physically abused and, you know, what have you, whatever you went through, your parents died at a young age, all they're going to do is ask you questions. And then the dude that you just passed through or the woman that you just passed by, you know what I'm saying? When they came out, came out off the couch, nigga, they probably have the same freaking experience you had, more than likely. And that person that went to school, they know that, he or she knows that. And they ask you these questions and you fall into the same category, so they know exactly what to ask. The pastors do the same shit to you when you go into that church. You go in there and they say something, you're like, that's me. You get goosebumps and shit. Oh man, that's nigga, like there ain't nothing new under the sun. You know what I'm saying? Like there was somebody like you way before you, man. And they studied you. That's all it is. Trust in the Most High, man. Trust in the Lord in these words. He gonna show you how to fix your spirit, man. You know what I'm saying? Make you complete, your spirit complete, man. Make you whole again. You know, you come back to these laws, statutes, and commandments, man. You're gonna find out who you are. You are a chosen people. You are God's chosen people, man. Stop allowing these people to tell you nothing. And you just accepting it, man, and just doing all manner of wickedness out there. You know, trying to smoke weed to take away your pain and shit, man. That stuff ain't doing nothing. Let's go to the book of Job, man. Look what it says about man. You think of people that brought you over into slavery? No, you know, like really, you think they told you the truth? Look what it says about man in Job right here, man. 15 and 16. This is the book of Job, chapter 15, verse 16. How much more abominable and filthy is man, which drinketh iniquity like water. Drink sin like water, man. That's man for you. Remember, it says, let the Father be true and every man a liar. Don't let no man get you with philosophy and vain deceit, man. At the rudiments of man and not after the Most High, man. You got to come into these laws, statutes, and commandments, man. And that's for the ones that want to, you know, get out of this hellhole, man. The other ones, you know, they want to continue on doing wicked. But every dog got their day. Every dog got their day, man. Let's go to book of Matthew. Let's see. Book of Matthew. Chapter 7. Book of Matthew, chapter 7. Chapter 7, start at verse 24. And this is Christ speaking right here. Therefore, whosoever heareth these sayings of mine, this is what Christ says, right? And doeth it, I will liken him unto a wise man. That wouldn't be the Christian church. It wouldn't be the Catholic church, which built his house upon a rock. Verse 25. And the rain descended, and the floods came, and the winds blew and beat upon the house, and it fell not. For it was founded upon a rock. Verse 26. And everyone that heareth these sayings of mine and doeth them not shall be likened unto a foolish man, which built his house upon sand. Need to say no more. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty much self-explanatory right there. With that, I want to say, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua brought the thumb to the brothers. Yahweh Shema Allah thumb Ba'Shem Yahushua to the sisters. Shalom, Israel.